Hello and welcome to the DDO stream. This is Shikaijo, and I am playing on Wayfinder. This is my paladin Shikaijo that I often play here on Wayfinder. Most often. I guess there was one time where I didn't. Anyways, this is the show Shikaijo Explores DDO. And why am I going to my banker? I don't need my banker. Sorry. We are going to continue with Giant Hold. That's where I left off. I was doing the level 13 quests, and I never picked up my rewards from them. So I'm still running around Giant Hold. Here, picking up some of those. An impressive trophy. Awesome. And if you remember before, I mentioned that it does have a Sega, and I'm just going to check in, see where we're at with that. List of quests to do. So we have Madstone Crater we're going to look at today. Prisoner of the Plains, Cabal for One, Crucible. I don't think we're going to be tackling. That's a tough one, and I'm not sure we can do it with just two people. Probably skip it. As far as the Sega goes, I can always use Astral Shards for that. I do have 33 Astral Shards on this server from a really nice roll that I got. Yes, City plays. You always need a good banker. So, I'm going the wrong way. Do you have the Far Shifter points?
Only one.
Which one do you have?
The closest one.
The closest one.
Number.
Okay. Well, we'll walk to a Cabal for One because that's the close one to walk to.
Okay.
You're right, City. That Crucible can be done with two people on hires. However, I really don't know Crucible that well, and I especially don't know the swim very well. And this character would suck at it big time. So I'm going to not worry about the Crucible. This is not a good character to show it with. Maybe sometime I'll find a link and mention that, or do it on my own stream. Right now we're going to go to a Cabal for One. It's level 14. Again, I've been doing them on normal. And continue to do so. It's a premium account, First Life. That's the option that's given to me. Although if I have someone in my party who can open higher, that would be an option to a free-to-play player. How they can get into higher ones. But, yeah. See that guy over there.
I rested for the night here when I first arrived. I see the hobgoblins have fortified
In a normal.
this area and put it to
You're
good
right.
use.
Normal is good for learning. It's excellent for learning these quests. That's what it's meant for, in my opinion. Is this mass? Yes, it is. That's an excellent start, in my opinion. Alright, let's get extra resistance on everybody. I knew I could use it. Alright. This is, of the ones we're going to do today, this is the shortest one. Looking at 5,300 on normal. It's not that bad. Now you are faced with a couple options, two options that are very important differences. Early on here, we're going to be talking to a gentleman who will open this door for us because you can't progress very far otherwise. Gardak. He gives you an option. I highly suggest you agree. You're going to end up having to fight him at the end But what he's going to do by taking the agree option is he's going to disable all the traps in the dungeon along the way. So unless you have a really powerful trapper to go ahead and disable all the traps, have the traps disabled for you. Yoink. Sorry, Paddington. I auto yoink things. Although he probably knows that by now. You do without the traps too, City? Yeah, that's such a common thing. I think about the only time I've done it without the traps is accidentally selecting the wrong thing. Or like doing it with the traps, rather. There is a secret door over here. Which I can't. What am I saying? I might be able to see it. I've got to detect secret doors with my treasure hunter spyglass. It's just a piece of rubble here. But if you're collecting collectibles...
More likely, it was used for some treasure.
Now the lore masters, I really don't like them. They have a tendency to cast clear dust, and I don't like that. I should use my divine might. Give me a nice boost to my strength. Now if you have a high enough jump, you can usually jump over this little wall here and go right over and continue on, but I like going through here. As you can see, a bunch of blades would have come out there, except that trap's already disabled for us. Okay. Now, that secret door that you kind of see lit up here, that is going to have a trap in it where it's not disabled, because there's a chest in there. And there's actually more than one trap, and not all of it can be disabled. So it's very tricky. You have to go through the trap to disable part of it. The chest has to be picked to open it. And Paddington is rogue. You can see the control panels in the back corner. So if he wants to go through there, he's more than welcome to try it. But I will wait. Opening that chest sets off another set of traps at the doorway. So usually wait until everyone's in before you open the chest. And you see they popped out. If you time it right, you won't get hit. I didn't time it right. And I guess I didn't point it out, but there was a collectible in the room there. And I made a point of telling my hireling to stay put because I didn't want him going through the trap. And I like opening this door just because if someone joins the party late, because maybe you have an LFM up, then they don't have to go all the way around. They can just come through the door. It's just a habit that I picked up somewhere along the way. I always open that door. You may notice these wolves are all ready for Festival with what they're wearing. They've got antlers on, reindeer antlers, and Rudolph's red nose. Pay attention to that. You see them there, the glacier wolves. Well, they're dying pretty quick. There's the shrine, which is the only shrine. So if you don't need it right away, don't use it. kind of a convoluted map too. This will loop back around. I'm gonna go around and yeah. You see these things in the doorway, these little mines. Those are disabled now, but they wouldn't have been. We made the wrong choice at the beginning. So those orange name guys are part of the, the conspirators that we agreed to kill. Going along. That's why we're going into these side passages. Gotta kill them. It's part of the agreement. Part of the quest. There's 2 more of them to find and kill. Might not surprise you, but I know exactly where they are. He danced me. Dancing paladins. But, oh yeah, they're dead. There's normally 2 guys up there. Something about having a ranged companion. Shoot them all for me. I'm concentrating too much on the game and not reading chat. Just a second here. Who's that? This sounds a great way to tell it's okay to go through the trap. That's, yeah. The one with the chest. Yeah. And gotta kill them all. Yes. So there's 2 doors here. There'll be one of those conspirators through each door. Crude altar there. One of those mine traps. Oh, there he is. Like, where'd he go? There's just an explosive barrel up there. Yeah, I ran this earlier today. My other character had true seeing on one of his items. So whenever I come across someone that has displacement cast on them, my other character could see through that. This one can't. He's spoiled. The other one. All traps when the sound ends. It's usually a good indicator it's time to go. Yeah.
The giant's relic that brought you here.
Down we go. I like being able to heal myself. I recently made a pure fighter. And he can't heal himself unless he's got potions. God, relying purely on that. And something in case you're not aware of, if you like hair dyes, use the code this week, GREENUP, GREENUP, for free acid green hair dye. And there are some things for sale in the DDO store. Is it Druid class? Is that this week? And Monk class. I know the Monk class is because I bought it. I didn't have the Monk class, and now I do. It's on sale. Worth checking out the DDO store sales. So that's also me admitting that I have never played a Monk to level 20. I couldn't. I shouldn't say I couldn't. I was VIP for a while. I just didn't care for trying it out. Okay, here we are, final room. King Bendix. There's my Divine Light. I probably should have cast some of my other spells, too. Gardak could show up, too. There we are. Now, we're looking for the Giantish Relic, which is, believe it or not, very giant-sized. So the quest doesn't end until you click on this relic. Boom. 7 grand. I don't mind that. And there's a adventurous pack over there. And it looks like there's a chest there. Gardak has looted that.
It bears
So,
Gardak's mark,
just gonna finish out.
and unfortunately has been
Okay, city.
emptied of its
Yeah.
contents.
City's saying there. The Druid class is the other one. It's on sale.
I rested for the night here.
Just
when
gonna
I
recall
first
here.
arrived. I see the
And we'll go on to the one
hobgoblins
that I
have
sometimes have
fortified
difficulty
this
with.
area and put it to good use.
Yeah, 7k on normal is very good. Very cool. We'll do Madstone Crater next. I'm going to do this first. Do any repairs that need be. And things that I do not want. Ooh. I'll hold on to that one for now. So, who gave that one? This is the quest giver for that one. So he'll have a reward. And Hardy, that's Constitution. 7 and Tumble. I think I'll take that. Let's lock it for now. Can certainly carry the weight. Alright. Are we walking to Madstone, or can you teleport there?
We better walk to.
Okay, so we're going to walk there. I turned too far. There we go. Off to Madstone Crater. Yes, Madstone is a bit difficult to solo, even with a hireling. I would sometimes skip it if I was able to, like as part of the saga. Let's wait for him. Patty, no. I'm sure different people take different routes, but I'm going to take the route that I think is fastest. Provided you have Featherfall. This is an okay route to take. I should have asked him. Do you have Featherfall?
Within all my
I think
kind.
I do. Splat.
The best
Nope.
solution. The only solution is the one I see before me. Death to us all.
And I'm sorry if the stream goes a little bit wonky while I'm in the wilderness area. It should be okay once we get back into Madstone. It shouldn't be too bad in Madstone. If you follow me on Twitter at all, you know that I've been having problems with my internet service providers. I went from bad to worse and back to bad. So, yeah. Sadly, this is the best I can do for where I live. If I want any better, I'm going to have to move. You see off to the side there is a shrine there. So if you needed it because you were out doing Slayer stuff, that's the closest shrine to where we're going. Which is over here, Madstone Crater. I guess I could have showed the map. That's where we came from. Gentle tour. Just remember to pop my hireling when we step back inside there. It says timer is running while we're out here. It's counting down. Sorry, I'm not watching the the chat very
This
often
is
here.
a place
Your upload speed is 1 meg.
the greater
can get better,
evil
just
will
can't afford
drive
it.
you
Yeah.
mad, and only death will bring peace.
Problem with this is that I'm just on twisted pair wire here, so it's just like telephone wire. That's it. So you can't do more than what it is. But at least it's stable on this one. When I went to the other, they weren't able to do better at all. It could do better download speed, but it wasn't stable. That was the problem. No, I didn't even check to see if that's stacked. Huh. Nice. Alright, let's start this off. So, there's 3 crystals that need to be destroyed. Not by us, but by seers, and we need to protect the seers while they're destroying it. I'm gonna do the optional. Mainly because I want this collectible over here. Of course, I'm gonna have to kill these guys to get to it. Leave me alone! I want the Adventurers Pack. There we go. Okay, a bunch of guys just came out of the doorway over there. I believe they don't come out unless you kill the guys that I just killed by the Adventurers Pack. Now, they're gonna mill about there and then come back here. So I want this door open. To stay open. Not just open, but stay open once it's open. Which means killing a couple waves on the battlefield. We're not going in there yet. I just want the door open. Guess we could do it now, but I'm not gonna. There is a rest shrine in there. Oh, there's still the dude, isn't there? One of those ogre magi. When they get close to death, they tend to disappear on you so they can heal themselves. Alright. There, now it's open. We're going to be jumping down from a place high up above, over there. It comes down. No, it's not that one. Yeah, it's somewhere else. But anyways, we're going to come in the other side of that doorway later. Cable internet for you. Could do wireless. Chose to stay wired for gaming purposes. Yeah.
In the passage
Yeah, well, it was a cable provider that couldn't do a stable upload speed for some reason. I know they rewired the entire apartment building that I'm in earlier this year. I think that that would make things okay, but c'est la vie. Life goes on. Hello, Miss Walker. Welcome.
There are no signs of a spellcaster.
Okay, I'm gonna have skeletons here. Swap to a Deadly Morning Star. Just because I want a bludgeoning weapon to deal with skeletons. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do this. Paladin, I can turn undead. My turning undead actually hurts them. Nice area of burst for damage. I wasn't looking at how much damage I was doing. be a collectible in the corner here. So the seers that we need to shatter those stones, we need to rescue. Because they're...
These guardians are some new magic.
So he's going to teleport to the crystal.
They protect the South Crystal.
Sadly, he doesn't teleport us with him. You'll notice on the mini-map that it's... when you're indoors in here, it doesn't really help tell you where you are. So it is possible to get lost in here if you're new. So pay attention. If you're finding you're not coming across anybody to fight, you're probably heading in the wrong direction. But if you're finding you're coming into people to fight against, then you're going the right way. That's one way to think about it. That was nice. I was able to kill that Ogre Magi before he did his little disappearing trick. I don't like it when they do that. It's annoying. Now, the main purpose of... I shouldn't say the main purpose. The main purpose of doing quests because you want to do the quest, but... if you want to do the quest, known as, most people just call it Tor, but I believe it's called Giant Tor Quest, you have to do the 3 quests that I'm doing first. The Cabal for 1, this one here, Madstone Crater, and then we're going to do after Prisoner of the Plains. Those 3 quests must be done first, in any order, doesn't matter, but you have to do all 3 of them before you can do Giant World Tor. And then, so if you're wanting to do the saga, and you want to do Giant World Tor, which is part of the saga, then you have to do these 3 quests as well, which are also part of the saga. So, yeah. That all ties in. There's rubble over there. I didn't even see that. Huh. Thanks, Patty, though. You just showed me something I didn't realize was there. How many times have I missed that? Lack of maps is an issue, even looking for long-time players like yourself. You rely on maps. Yes. There's a lot of ones where I rely on the wiki for the maps.
The seer stands before the Southern Crystal.
Something that a lot of people do, if they're able to do, is they'll cast protection spells. Invisibility is a really nice one to put on this guy. I'm going to... I don't know if this can be done. If that helps or not. I'm going to try to get my hireling to protect him. But if you can put invisibility on the seer, or any other protection spells, a blur, whatnot, it's definitely helpful. And don't let him get too injured, because if he gets overly injured, then he has to restart the casting to destroy the, like his little ritual that he does to destroy that crystal. And then you'll be here even longer. Minotaurs will keep coming out of this particular doorway, though. They do spawn here. This is the easier one. The next crystals and seers to protect are a little bit more difficult, as you will see, if you're not already familiar with it. Because it's sloped here, if you're able to cast grease, that's sometimes nice to cast. If you have spiked boots, or you're a ranged character and you're going to stand above the grease, because the Minotaurs have trouble with that, you know, trying to go up a slope surface that's got grease on it. Doesn't work out very well. Oh, I didn't point out the shrine that we bypassed. My apologies. Where we fought those skeletons and saved the seer, directly across from where the seer was, where he teleported away. I'm gonna shrine. If I'm not mistaken. Or is that the next one? See, I should have been paying attention. Maybe the first seer doesn't have a shrine, it's the second one. Now I want to look that up.
Almost done. Not much longer.
You're saying if you have a cleric imprisoned in the plains, and the cleric stays on the far side of the room, shields the inhabitants, or the inhabitants tend to focus on the far side of the wall where the others can beat on them? Okay. I know that if you're using a hireling to, okay, yeah, so you destroyed the crystal. The door closed. Awesome. I know that if you're using a hireling imprisoned planes to trigger the doors opening and closing, that can be dangerous if you don't have them on passive. I'll explain that when we get there. Sometimes people will try jumping from that ledge over to here, and I've seen more than one person miss the jump from up there over to here and end up down at the bottom and dying. You don't want that. There's no way out of there, unless you can cast D-Door. If you can cast Dimension Door, you can get out. Otherwise, you end up in a pit of lava.
This passage has gone undisturbed for a very long time.
It's never happened to me, but I've seen it happen to party members. They either missed the jump, or they had a very brief temporary bit of lag for whatever reason, and they ended up in the lava. So I never try to make that jump. Shrine down there, which I'm going to try to make use of after this little fight. You can't kill the seer, although he's fighting you right now because he's got Madstone Madness on him, whatever you want to call it. And be sure to talk to him after the fight, otherwise he won't teleport to the thing and you have to come all the way back to him.
Madness overcame me, says the seer. Better now. Time to find the crystal.
So remember to talk to him. That is a really big alchemy table. And there will be a chest. Ooh, Silver Festival coin. I don't mind that at all. Okay. Patty, no. You can use that. Gonna shrine. Just let Patty know that. I am out of turn undeads, and there is going to be more undead. Oh, this is the boring part. Really? I'll cast it here. Right. he can use that too. I think he missed that. There we go. Onward and upward. Now, again, if you get lost, I always try to remember 1 up, 2 down. I'm not sure why I came up with that, but so 2 down, we're on the second seer, so I'm going down. But again, if there's guys to fight, you're going the right way. Because the first seer that we came to, you had to go up. So the mini-map is just a dot. It doesn't give you a direction.
A bright cascade of lava.
And I know which way to go here. At least if you fall off the side here, there's a way to get out. Because sometimes these minotaurs do charge, and they'll knock you right off into that lava. If you ever get knocked off, run to the end, you can get out over there. So if you happen to get pushed off the side, just go all the way to the end and you can get out. Okay. Now we're going to go all the way up. Crystal's up there. Of course I have my graphics turned down so you can't see it as clearly.
All natural ramps rise to the central crystal. This will be a difficult position.
In fact, as I look over at this the stream, it's like, it's a little choppy, because it's like we're out in wilderness area. I apologize for that. Prison of the Plains won't be like this.
Crystal must be destroyed, says the seer. Ready when you are.
So he's not going to do it this time. See, I want my hireling to protect him, but he's not going to do it. I'm going to put him on
You keep me safe.
attack mode. Hopefully he'll just attack everything. So there's ramps all the way around here that lead up. Some people, if they're in a larger party, they'll split up, and where the monsters spawn from down below is where they'll wait for the monsters to spawn and attack them down there and stop them from coming up in the first place. If you have the manpower, a lot of times people will come right up here and have one person up here to deal with this guy. But if you can make this guy invisible, or make the seer invisible, then they can't see him to attack him. I always feel this one is the longest one. I've never timed them though, but it feels like this is the longest of the 3. I've never stayed at the bottom to guard the doors. I've always just guarded the seer. But City, you guard the doors sometimes? I guess we're going to swing at him. Stand closer. Oh, he'll do this disappearing trick. Oh, the other thing with Madstone Crater is you can get Madstone Madness on yourself, and if you've got that, it causes you to go into a Madstone Rage, which is like being in a Barbarian Rage, but you cannot cast spells when you're in that state. There is a way to get out of it very quickly. Let's see if I have that actually set on my character. Nope. There. Yeah. Defensive fighting. You can turn that on, because you can't use it while you're raged, and it turns off Madstone Rage. So if you get Mad Storm Rage on you while doing this quest, you can't cast spells, so you can't heal yourself or, use something else that you may want to use. So turn defensive fighting on temporarily. It'll turn the rage, or get rid of Mad Storm Rage. It's a little trick I picked up somewhere along the way. I don't remember where I read that or how I learned it, but I thought I'd pass that on. It's very useful. Everybody gets that feat for free right at level 1, defensive fighting. It says right on it, cannot be used, or cannot be raged when you're using it. So, alright. Crystal's destroyed. Try to hit on to the next one. It's not gonna let me. Alright. There are scepters that you can get in Giant Hold Tor, which is a quest that you can only get to if you've done this one. But there are other ways to get it. Like through Auction House or having done the quest more than once, that kind of thing. But they can remove the Madstone curse that puts that rage on you.
The tunnel rises ahead, winding up the crater's edge.
See stars. That hurt. Lots of undead this time. Quite a few along here. Try to gather a bunch around here. That worked nicely. It's almost like I planned it. And your displacement won't help with this. Can't see the damage it's doing. Oh, there it is. Better. And there is a collectible here on this patch. And that's it. No chest. Remember to talk to him, otherwise you'll have to come all the way back. And teleport us with you. Oh well. He never does. And another shrine, if you should need it. I don't think I do. Just onward. Oops.
Arrows shower down from the entrance to the
Lots of guys are going to shoot at us now. Not that that's anything special. They shoot at us all the time. Oh, I want up there. Paladin can't jump. See, there's rubble here. That's why I was coming up here. A house sealed letter. I wonder if it's Ravenclaw or Slytherin. Which house sealed that letter? Sorry, I had to make the reference. More of these guys. One was down. The other guy did his vanishing trick. He seemed to be moving weird, that guy. Looked like he was walking backwards into the wall. Oh, right. So, once we shatter this last one, we're not done. Then it just allows us to confront the main wizard dude.
Across the bridge and up the cliff lies the North Crystal.
Okay. Now, the crystal's up above there. Now there's a doorway that some people guard there. I'm not going to bother with it, because to get up to the crystal and where the seer is, they will all have to travel along this path, which in time will bottleneck them, in my opinion, right here. They would have to come through here. So that's one of the choke points that I would guard, personally, and then up above, because they tend to gather up top too. So, let's see. Not still my hireling note to do that. Anyways, let's do this, and this. Where'd Pattino go? This is down below. I was just going to give him some more buffs if he wanted them. Okay. Oh, yeah, I still have to talk to the guy to activate this. Duh. Do you want more buffs, Pattino?
I think I'm fine.
Too late, you get some anyways.
Thank you.
Right. And talk to the seer to get it going.
The seer
All right.
turns to you. The ritual begins.
And you see them running out. Now, they're not hittable until they get to the position that they want to take up at the edge. Looks like I'm going to be running back and forth here. Thought you were dead.
The seer calls out. Keep them at bay.
See? They're trying to occupy the same spot. Trying to throw some healing down there. There we go. See, I can't hit him until he gets to where he wants to be. While he's traveling, though, he's immune.
Almost done. Not much longer.
Ah. For a second there, I lost my cursor. I have to be careful because I'm in windowed mode, so it's possible for my cursor to end up on the other monitor. Antidote. Yeah, I suppose you can. Grab the egg round hide. Well, yes, and visiting the giant is always the better route to go. However, no one in my party can do that, sadly. What's he doing? He's at full health. He's good. There we go. Now you don't need to finish killing everything.
Go now.
Now,
Madness.
we're not going to run all the way back. We're going to take the shortcut. The thing I wasn't very unsuccessful with trying to point out before was there's an entranceway over here. And
Molten lava forms a deadly pool.
that door at the very beginning that I wanted open is on the other side. That's where this will come out, is over there. However, how do you know? I believe you can pick doors, pick locks on doors. Can you open this for us, please? We've killed 3 of the enchanters already, but there's 3 more down this tunnel. If you have someone that can pick lock. This door is locked. Now these are all undead down here. Skeletons. I should be saving those because they'll all be named once at the very end. I think there's a chest too. There's definitely XP involved with this. But with Festivault on, you want the Festivault coins. There's a key for it? Where's the key? I had no idea there was a key for it.
Three ancient enchanters rise from their slumber, ill-pleased at a stranger's intrusion.
Back outside where you were. I was probably sitting on the ground and I wasn't even aware of it. Yeah, I probably knew about that a long time ago and I just plain forgotten. So $2,000 for that on normal. So, well, okay. This weekend there is a 20% bonus going on, so there's that to keep in mind too. 20% XP bonus this weekend. So when you're done watching this stream, go play DDO. There's a bonus for XP. If you land to the left. Oh, okay. I'm going to pop back out there and take a quick look. Will I be able to see it if I go back out the door that I came in? Oh, I'll take a look. Looks like I also need to use the shrine, because there's a bit more combat and then the final fight. I'm curious to know where it is now. If I can show it on the stream. Turn left. seeing a key offhand. It's out here, though? Out here? In this direction? I can run through the lava? No, that's swimming through the lava. That's hot. I'm trusting you. And my ability to heal myself. Oh, okay, there's a key there. Can I lay on hands? Look at that, an iron key. Well, what do you know? I picked it up, snatched it up pretty quick there, but yes, there is a key. Huh. So, just be aware you've got to go through the lava to get there. Or if you've dropped off the top and landed right on it, you've got to go through the lava to get to this point. Or D-door, somehow. Likely have to deal with lava. And now I know. Thank you very much, Antidote. That's awesome. I know for future reference. Now I definitely need to use the shrine.
This cavern feels secure enough to allow a moment's rest.
I could have also cast. I forgot about that. Resist fire. What's my fire resist? 17. So I could have given myself more. A bit more fighting on our way here. Not too much more. It's possible to get knocked off the mountain in the final fight. Firefight. All combat with lava is a firefight. Do pay attention to what it says here. Return to the fire giant. Talk to him. Now he tells you what to do.
Look, the gate to the spire's gone down, and a horde of maddened monsters is
So now we're going to work our way up to the main. If you try to go up to where we're heading now too soon, you won't be able to get there because there's a gate blocking the path. So we couldn't get there. We tried to go there too soon. Yes, I was going to say, I knew there was at least one treasure bag dropped. I know those two guys, those ogre mages, are still back there, but let them come. We have conquest. Yeah, so that gate would have been closed.
The crater's large central spire.
So we're going up to the top of that spire.
Does the caster of the madness magic wait atop that gate?
Boss guy's a
A
skeleton.
narrow ramp winds up to the top of the
Similar to the enchanters that we've dealt with, only use a red name.
The true caster of the Madstone spell awaits. A skeletal warlock.
And watch out for those little black things. Those chaos orbs. Yeah, I didn't expect to be able to turn them, but 100 points of damage. Oh, there was a red crystal there.
Perhaps Blaze and his seers have answers.
And then we have to go back to the fire chieftain. Talk to him. Awesome. There we go. I don't want to land in lava or back the wrong direction, so I want to make sure that I jump off at the correct spot. The map's a little convoluted. you had Dimension Door, you could just use that to get back. This will end Madstone Crater.
Good, good, the giant roars. My
14,000.
skeletons were dragon magic. Our ancestors
They'll finish and then
bones
recall.
used to hide their dirty tricks. A curse upon their heads.
Good night, Antidote. 5 a.m. where you are. So enjoy your Sunday morning sleep.
This is a place to avoid. The crater here will drive you mad.
We're going to move
And
on
only
to
death
Prison of the Plains
will
next.
bring peace.
Where the resistances actually will matter for a couple of the chambers. Fire and the cold in particular. So I still have 3 minutes. I'll have to remember to actually make use of that. Because I'll need to bring a new one. Pardon me. Nope, nope. Nope. Would I remember to use it, though? That's the question. I'll hold on to it. Save me the spell points by just drinking the potion. The question is, will I remember to use it? Right. Now, Blaze was a quest giver. So when I do this, I'll have to do it anyways if we're going to do Tor, which we should have time to do. Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. Well, 10 my time. And, oh, Tale of Valor. Yeah. Hardy, Magecraft Plate, Move Silent. Minimum level 15. I'll take that one. That'll do. Oh, there's one I didn't get. Just noticed the check mark. This would have been from the last time I played. I didn't take this. Okay. You don't have the far shift point that's by Prison of Plains, do you?
I do not.
Fair enough. Then we will run there. And I'll summon the hireling right away because he's only got a few minutes left on his timer. He won't make it all the way to the quest. Well, the timer on the contract won't make it all the way to the quest. Gonna leave him here. Well, maybe I won't because his timer's running out. Okay.
All this hate and anger. It still burns within all my kind. The best solution. The
Not gonna
only
intentionally pick a
solution
fight with anything.
is the one I see before me. Death to us all.
Not trying to do wilderness stuff right now. So I'll intentionally try to skirt the edges of it. When we get close to the far shift point, I'll let you lead, because the first person in the party to get to it achieves the far shift point, but since I already have it, I don't need it.
Okay, thank you.
That way you get to pick it up. I don't have the jumps well enough to go across that dragon's wings. There's a lot of people that when they're going through there, like Patty knows doing it right now. He's going across the dragon's wings. So it means I gotta go around, which means dealing with these two. Did he miss the jump? Maybe he did.
Except I missed the jump.
Fair enough. If you make it, you can get on the... Oh, man. I was followed. Huh. He destroyed some healer's kits. Which I probably don't need to be carrying in the first place, but still. Yeah, if you do it right, you can go from the wingtip across the wingtip and get over here. Then you don't have to run all the way around like I did. Okay. Again, I'll let you take the lead because we're really close to that spot. So the far shift point is just over there. So once you have it, then you can teleport to it in the future. Instead of having to run all the way over here. Did you acquire it?
I got it.
Awesome.
I did.
And it's my understanding, and this is just because this is the way it's happened with me, is if you're in a party and not everybody in the party has it, the first person to get there in the party will achieve it, but not the rest of the people in the party during that particular run. So, yeah. Like if I had gotten there before him, even though I have it already, he wouldn't be able to pick it up. Because I've had that happen to me. Whether that happens all the time or not, I don't know. But I didn't want to risk it. Because he didn't have it, I wanted to make sure he got it. Okay, we're going up to that observatory, which you sort of see off in the distance. I hope. I realize the stream is really spotty as we go through the wilderness. It won't be like this once we're in the quest, I promise. It's just the video temporarily. The game's playing just fine. This is the upload of the stream that's the issue. And again, it's just the internet service provider's bandwidth is the issue there, and a couple other things. I haven't been able to fix it. Don't know that I ever will be able to. Without moving to a different location where I can get different service. Okay. And that's something to note too. A shrine right outside the quest. So that's very handy to have. If you fought your way to get here, or you want to top up before stepping in. Prison of the Plains. Looks like we're all inside.
The door opens. Beyond it lies the prison of the plains. And
Sec.
perhaps
Want
the
to do this?
answers that you seek.
Alrighty then.
A magical
Now,
bell
eventually we're going to need to get
drops
inside
entry
there,
into the
but we
chamber,
need to shut off the
marked
energy
with the
barrier.
symbol of Dale Quor. Does it serve to keep you out, or something else? Etched into the wall.
We need to go into each of these little rooms.
The plane of Da'anji. Below it is a switch and a receptor.
You know, I was about to ask Patino if he's lawful good, and then I realized I'm a paladin, I'm lawful good. That'll be important in a moment.
The chamber has been ruined beyond repair.
I don't normally play lawful good
Once
characters.
the symbol of Irium sits lifeless at its center.
Okay. There's a reason for coming over here. You want this, the Warden's Note, because it's different each time. Down, down, up, up. And you want to go into your party chat and type in the first letter. Either go down, down, up, up, or just go D, D, U, U in this case. Type it in. Because you need to remember it, and that's probably the quickest way to remember it. And it lets the other party members know. So many people in the groups that I run with do this. It just seems to be common practice to do that. These chambers, these empty chambers to the sides, we're going to be going into those eventually. Each one of them, we're going to go in. We won't be going into them all right now. We don't need to.
barrier blocks access to the door portal chamber. It would seem that this chamber holds great importance.
Now we're clearing the hallways, working our way up to the top. We need to drop that barrier. Eventually what we'll need to do is activate these chambers.
By the symbol of Githrid now
In
lies
order to
in
do that,
ruins.
we need a special
One
orb.
of Nimbus's lieutenants has turned
Now,
it into a
we can
makeshift
talk to this
camp.
guy. Stop wasting my time. Find the relic. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk to him.
Yet another magical barrier. Whatever was imprisoned within this chamber must have been terribly powerful.
Another chamber. You'll note that we've been slowly climbing, it seems like in a big circle. So it's definitely multi-tiered. Just want
The
to map
chamber of
this. There.
Serenia also lies in ruins. It looks like
And we
a
have.
perfectly safe place to rest.
But some of those things, the corridor certainly is overlapping itself. So. Fatigued. Now, if you don't have someone who can open this door, either picking the lock or whatnot, going back to that gentleman who didn't want to talk to me, that Raksasha in that one chamber, I believe he has a means of opening this door for us. Are you able to pick that padding note?
Sure.
But I'm going to go back to that Raksasha too and see what he has to say, just so that I can show people in the stream.
That's fine.
It is a high difficulty check, so DC, or whatever you want to call it, for that door. So if you have a really small chance of open lock, you're going to have difficulty with that. That's not what I'm looking for. See, it can be a long run back. So if you're able to pick that lock, coming back and talking to this guy saves you a bit of time. I was about to say it saves you a bit of time travel, but no, it saves you a bit of travel or time. It's locked. And you have options. I used my Intimidate, because I believe I put points into that. So he gives me the key. Some of those other options, you end up fighting him and the others, and then you take the key off his corpse. So, but now you know. So I have the key. So if Padino couldn't have opened that lock for me, I would have had to come and get the key. I'm on my way back. I need theme music for my character. So when I'm running these boring bits like this, or I'm at a restaurant, I just play the music. Cue the theme music! I'm not sure what Shikaijo would need for that.
The great door opens to reveal some kind of control.
Now, make sure everyone goes in together because the door's going to slam shut.
Valves, lights, and levers. The doors to the control room fly shut. A bone-chilling cackle echoes.
Can't hit him until he's fully out of the ground. Your Turn Undead would affect him while he's still standing up, but there. Now, we want to turn this valve. It won't have any effect until you can read the journal, and it mentions that scroll that I've already went and done that down, down, up, up, and it's referring to these valves. So now I know the order. The first two are down and down, and it's different every time you do the quest. So don't think that the next time you do it, it's going to be the same. It's random each time. And so now that I've done that, and keep note, there is another lever there, so we're going to eventually be back in this room. So that barrier's dropped. We come into this big, huge, big chamber. All those side chambers, we need to activate them. We need one of these orbs to do that. Should be fun. I never do this room, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to say in here. This is going to be sad. Right. So the person with the orb is going to shove it in here. Get the hireling up.
The symbol for the plane of Da'anfi glows brightly in the center of this room. Two receptors hold blue orbs lit by sparkling magic power.
Wish me luck. Okay, have my hireling pull the switch. If you're going to have your hirelings pull the switch, make sure they're on passive. The reason for this is that energy barrier, if you touch it, you will die. Now, he's going to give me some questions here. Law's all there is. Bother me no further. I respect law. The riddles, and a lawful, you have to answer them the way that a lawful good character would. I don't know the answers. I'm going to go with what I think is the right answer. I guess I could be reading these aloud. You receive word that a shipping venture you invested in paid thrice what you expected, and you are about to depart to a foreign port when the tax collector comes calling. What do you do? Lie and claim that the ship was lost? No. Pay taxes only the amount you originally expected? Pay the taxes or the true amount of your windfall. That's what I'm going to choose. You are charged with capturing a known criminal famous for his cruelty. You are outnumbered, but with a lucky blow managed to disable him. The villain begs for his life, wishes to surrender. What do you do? Slay the fiend, who is certainly known to kill, would certainly kill you if the roles were reversed. Stay your weapon and turn him into the authorities. Judge the villain yourself and cut off both of his hands. No, I think stay your weapon and turn him into the authorities. I believe you're... Oh yeah, I think I won that one. So you get XP for the rooms if you defeat the rooms, because that's what you're trying to do here. Each room needs to be defeated and passed. It's usually combat. This one is just some riddles. But you need these receptors. There's also potential for a chest to appear in a room. Two of the rooms will have a chest. And it's random which rooms will have a chest. So if you're trying to get the two chests, you may end up having to, do all the rooms.
This chamber is marked by the symbol of Dolar, and the smell of decaying flesh.
Listening to the Dungeon Master gives you an idea of what you'll be fighting in each one. Oh, I didn't lock it in the focus orb. Silly of me.
To the plane of Dolar.
Oh, right, this guy. I am not going to equip a Chaos Weapon for this one little fight. 'Cause that's what you get through, or to get through the damage reduction on him. Completed Flesh Golem Hunter?
The room returns to its original state.
That seems odd.
The orbs at the back of
I'll
the
take the
room
2000
are
XP
no
though.
longer engaged.
Now we're using a receptor to get into each room, but we obtain 2 receptors. Because what I put in here, I can't take out. So, keep that in mind. I think you need a total of 6 for that middle chamber, the big tall chamber in the middle. And there, you need 6 to complete that. Oh yeah, this one. This is a fun one.
The symbol for the plane of Fernia. is
Fernia,
seared
that's
into
fire.
stone, and every surface is covered with a thick layer of ash.
I've died in this chamber so many times from fire.
As the plane of Fernia becomes the permanent of our own, the flames engulf the walls and lava
And there's a chest. Awesome.
The orbs go dark in their sockets.
Grab the receptors. But each room will be different. Oh, gold festival coin. Yoink. I don't mind that at all. Oh, the resistance went away. I'll get that back. I think this is the pinball room. I call it that because you can get bounced around by the guy. Like a ball in a pinball machine. So whoever pulls the switch cannot go into the room. So, stay to the back of the room, away from the door, because if the, I think he's a Dijin. Tayram here, when he goes into his little spinny thing and starts knocking you around like he just knocked me back, if he knocks you into that barrier, you're going to be dead. And when he's in that form, his elemental form of air, this is air elemental, he can't be hurt. So you have to wait for him to take this genie form in order for him to be hurt. The air elementals will knock you back too, so yeah, stay to the back of the room, away from that barrier. I'm almost tempted to purposely kill myself by touching the barrier just so you can see how deadly it is. I might do that in the final room. I don't know, what do you think? People who are watching, should I intentionally kill myself so you can see what that looks like? Well, most of you have probably played before and know exactly what that looks like.
The symbol of Maybar marks this chamber. The dim light within has a dark,
Maybar,
foreboding air.
Realm of Death.
The plane of Maybar opens, and darkness surrounds it. It returns, and the shadows recede as the endless night is banished.
That worked.
The orbs
For some reason, they don't like light damage. Still another chest to get yet. Some rooms are much easier than other rooms. Well, depending on the class that you play. Okay, this will be the cold room. Make sure that Paddington has ice resistance, and make sure that I have ice resistance. This will be the room of
The
Rizia.
symbol for the plane of Rizia fills this chamber with an icy hue. The room holds a sharp, lingering chill. As the portal to Rizia opens, a line of frost spreads out across the floor
the other chest.
The final creature falls. The orbs no longer power the planar cell.
Copper Festival coins. I said they got one gold one already. I want them all gold. Okay, 2 more rooms.
The chamber marked by the symbol of the Shavarath has the faint odors of iron
Now,
and blood.
we could skip the last 2 rooms because we have enough orbs to activate the final chamber. But I want to show you each of the rooms. We also have the 2 potential chests that can appear, so we really don't need to do these. To complete the quest, we don't need to do these. But
You are usually on a small piece of the Shavarath labyrinth. The orbs and the receptors are now lifeless and dark.
there will be a beholder and 2 mind flayers in the next room. That's my prediction because I'm psychic. I mean,
This room is marked
that's
by
because
the
I've done this
blood-red
before.
Symbol of Zoriat. The cracks in the walls and ceiling suggest that something once grew here.
I guess I can't actually walk into that and off myself without leaving Padigno solo to deal with the beholder. And I'm not going to do that to him.
As the portal opens, the teeth of Zoriat jut sharp.
I did take my hireling off of Stay Put just to see if he'd come through.
The orbs are free to be
And he chose not to walk through. But there was the potential that he might have. And now he goes. It's funny. If you felt you needed the shrine, now's the time to do it. Or use it. You want to get the lever?
Sure.
And I'll get the orbs. I'm just going to show them. He's going to pull this lever at the appropriate time. Just so you all know what's going on. What I got to do is take these orbs. Of course, I'll only need 6 of them, I believe. And socket them. At the bottom. 1, 2. That one already has a spent one in it. 3, 4, 5, 6. And you get a message. Already down here. When you pull that lever up top,
Pulling lever.
A magical voice comes from above.
you get, I believe, 10 seconds. Yeah, it just said counts 10. To get into the room, and then it will seal shut. Then you can't get in anymore. Then there'll be a little combat.
The quarry screeches and the
All the different things that we fought, you get to deal with them in different waves. Now, this is the guy we gotta kill. Because we have to actually talk to him to initiate the ability to shoot him, kill him, smack him. He's gonna teleport around the room. Stay still! Okay. Now, eventually this combat will end. Now, where he died, there's an ancient docet. Only one person has to touch that. Because if anybody else touches it after what the first person has, the next person will die. See if I can get my hireling to touch it. Yep, that's what happens if you touch it. You die instantly. So don't do that. So there's a chest. Touching it opens up the ramp, but if anyone else touches that, go talk to Nimbus. I didn't care if the hireling died at this point. We don't need him now. This will end the quest. 8,900. I'm just going to recall at this point. What are we at? It's 10:30. I got a few things. Alright, what have we got? My Ring of the Buccaneer was damaged. Tumble and swim. Nope. 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 And Nimbus should be over here. The big check mark above his head. Turn that in. You have to turn these in order to progress to unlock the next quest, which is Craig. But, I mean, you don't have to do it in this order. What I'm about to do, which is talk to the story arc person, Saudini, but she'll tell you to talk to Craig at this point. So, are you up for Giant Hold Tour?
It's getting late here. I need to leave.
Okay. Well, thank you for your help. Most appreciated.
Thank you. It was fun. I like this.
It's going to do Giant Hold Tour. No optionals, but I do appreciate your help. Enjoy your holidays. Take care. Probably no stream next week because it's Christmas Eve next week.
Okay.
Now, I've been sneaky and did have another hireling to back up here. And remember what I said? I said I'd forget about this, and I did. Now, this can be soloed. Just out of quick curiosity. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, there. Got in. Big boost to the strength. Now, let me see where I am here. It's not too long of a quest. Even soloing. And on normal. I'll bring the higher. I expect I'll be okay. I believe there's also a flagging quest for the raid, if you're going to do the raid that's in Giant Hold. You're going to want friends along if you want to do the optionals that are part of this. So I won't be showing that. And it makes the quest quite a bit longer to do the optionals. But I'm going to show what you need to do to complete this. And he should have this. Because there's... I can't remember if the storm giants throw lightning or not. But there's going to be the fire giants for sure. So I'm going to want that. And I'm gonna want this.
Flowers
So once everybody's in, have them gather in this little circle here.
entrance. Gather within the circle, he shouts.
Oh, there he
When
is.
you are prepared
This
to
guy up top there
swear
yelling at us.
undying fealty to the Storm Reaver, the air around the circle crackles.
Now there's a bunch of
The
circles on the
giant's
walls.
eyes are
Those
dull
will become
with
portals and
hungry
dudes will come
mouse.
running at us. They are not here to sell us cookies.
Now, the giant says, hear me. The Storm Reaver has refused your audience and bid that you be
So there'll be several waves of giants. Don't worry about picking up treasure bags once we get through this. Treasure bags aren't going anywhere. Okay, let's try not to stand in the firewalls. Those are not ours. Pyromancers, firewalls. Could have used a firewall today. Stay warm by. Minus 40 with the wind chill here. I was out walking around in it. There are places to go. Stand still. Can't believe you just did that. I don't want to be fatigued. Well, I guess enfeebled, not fatigued. I should have my Highland attack mode. This does go much quicker if you have a party of people to deal with it. Just saying. It's more fun that way too. I mean, I may enjoy the challenge, but still. I forgot that my remove disease actually also causes casts greater restoration. I should get rid of that fatigue. Cast burning blood on me. That would be helpful. Resist acid. There we go.
left behind the portals. The guards rush through the door to do you in.
Well, the one thing with doing this solo is that when it comes to the spot where the party normally splits, I have to show you both sides. Because there'll be no splitting of the party this time.
And the last of the attackers lies dead at your feet. A golden glow flickers in the room ahead, lighting the way deeper into the door.
This seems really loud in my ears, but it could be just my headphones are turned up really high. Alright, that's the way we need to go, and we can't go there yet.
With some
So,
ancient giantish magic.
go this way and find a way to open that other one. I prefer to go after the spellcasters first if I can. Oh, they are casting Acid Cloud too, so having the acid resist was helpful. He might want it too. I love that I was able to trip him. Because I think of giants as something that's difficult to trip because they're going to have a really high strength. I mean, it's not the same as tripping a spider per se, but... I mentioned just a moment ago that my primary target should be the spellcasters, and then here I am ignoring the spellcaster. Another barrier. I think you need cold iron weapons to get through the damage reduction on these guys, which I do not have. This ruin
The fiery wall in the hallway vanished.
will drop those barriers.
Others of these ancient giantish barriers were deactivated as well.
I'm tempted, but I'm going to ignore that. I know there's another one that I'm going to make use of, because I gotta go right up to it anyways. Talk to a kobold in a moment. So that's the chamber, that just big loop around to the chamber we just had the big fight in. As you can see, just looped around. So that barrier is dropped.
The magical giantish barrier is down. You are free to move deeper into the tor.
So if you actually pay attention to the conversation, it gives you a hint as to where you're supposed to go. Hill Giant Exterminator, number 2 command.
It's as if he scurried into the rubble.
Okay, let's take note, there's nothing here right now. That's not good because we need something to be there. How do we get through this door? Or past that door? Well, we're going to solve that problem.
A narrow passage is buried under these
There's a
rocks.
hidden passage. So we're going to have a conversation with Snutch.
Hiding place, and in it is the kobold you saw before.
That should be enough of a conversation with him to do what I need done. So where I was pointing before that there was nothing there, there will now be rocks with a hidden passage. And I could have done this a little better as far as using the spell points goes, in the order in which they were used. Alrighty. So we come back out. And now there's rocks here that weren't there before.
By rubble here. It is just large enough to crawl through. Pushing
You can
free
click on
of
them,
the narrow
and it
close,
puts you right through a little thing there,
tumble down
and immediately
into some kind
you
of
fall.
supply room.
So if you don't have feather fall, well, it's not that big of a fall, but you will get hurt if you don't have feather fall and don't have tumble. It just takes you through a little hidden passage, bring you through on the other side. So that's where we were. So it's just looped us around. But we're not done in here. You know, if he stopped healing himself, he'd die faster. Stop it! There we go. It's too funny. What you can't see is that I'm grinning ear to ear because he was doing that. Trying to kill him, and he just like, no! I won't let you. I'm going to heal myself. We're looking for a lever, by the way. Levers play a large role in a lot of quests.
As the lever clicks into place, one of the two faces near the far door lights
So
up.
now we need to light the other one. So this chamber is kind of as the big circle. But by pulling that, we opened a door. That I didn't exactly point out. But, go back to it in a moment. That's where we came in. That's where we're going to go. I'm fairly certain this is the one without the chest in it. So those guys that I just ended up fighting there had come out of this room, which is a dead end. Unless there's some sort of collectible that I'm not aware of. Learned about a collectible earlier today that I wasn't aware of, so it's like, I'm gonna go look in there. Okay, so we've done the loop. So we're gonna go back over to here. I went this direction first because there was no chest to be had. And it was the closer one. I like getting the one with the chest last. Although if the party splits, I almost always go the direction where the chest is because I'm a loot hog. I want the loot. If we come over here without talking to that kobold snutch, we would not be able to get through this door either. Well, we still can't get through the door. We'll have to bypass it through one of those hidden passages that he spoke of. But without talking to him, passage wouldn't even be viewable. There's no levers for the doors, but there is a pile of rubble here. Hey,
You'll
look at
find
that.
a crevice concealed by rubble here. It is just large enough to crawl through.
And again, it kicks you out. Not even a ledge to drop onto. Now these guys count as barbarians, that's why there's damage reduction, their numbers are coming up yellow. So it's a straight up DR because they're barbarians, I believe is the case. So don't think you need to switch to a metal line weapon or, you know, like a special type of weapon to get through that. You can't. So there's a door there. No lever. We're actually close to the end already. Not counting the optionals. So that just links up with the corridor we were just in. We took the hidden passage to get around the door. Through the fire and flames, we have to fight our way. So, again, there's another door. This links to the one that we saw on the other side where we pulled the lever and only lit one of the faces. So now we're at the other lever that will light the other face. Now when I pull this lever, both of these doors will open.
Ancient gears grind deeper. The fold has opened.
Of course, if I hadn't pulled the other lever first, only one of those doors would have opened. And this is a dead end that has a chest in it. The one I spoke of earlier. With some festival coins. And the alarm on my clock went off. Now, it showed on the map there that there was a shrine. That shrine is the one that we used by Snutch through the tunnel under the ground. So it's like below us kind of thing. So all this is going to do is connect to where we were before. Where we pulled the lever and the face lit up, but now both lit up. So if the party had split, one would have opened, like pulled the lever on this side, and one would have pulled the lever on the other side, come through the doors, you know, one on each side one over here, one over here, and then they come to the center. They don't always meet up first before continuing on, but to progress through, you might end up going north here. I don't think there's anything in these alcoves. And this is the final fight to end it.
Casting an elaborate spell. You did not have to come here to die.
We want to destroy these. And we want to destroy the Portal Master.
When the dragons find out their master plans, they will
Okay. I believe I was using a Vorpal weapon, but it seemed like he died in one shot. I'm not that good. Of course, Kylan may have hit him with something at the same time, too. Okay. In his dying breath, he mentions 3 dragons. So the optionals can't be done until you finish the quest anyhow. What I'm not going to show you is an impossible task. And I call it an impossible task solo because through each of these 3 doors, there's one there, there's one here, and there's one over there, which looks like it's open, but as it renders, it's actually closed. There is a blue dragon, a white dragon, and a black dragon, but they are each accompanied with a giant. I mean, you have to fight your way to get past a bunch of minions to get to the dragons, and a few other tasks with some ruins and whatnot, but eventually, when you get to the chamber that has the dragon and the giant, and the combat commences, it's a difficult fight because you must kill both the giant and the dragon within a few seconds of one another, or the one that had died comes back to life. So that's not something that I feel that I can do solo. But the reward's really nice because they drop there's a chance, I want to say it's a really high chance, well, it's not a guarantee, but there's a really high chance that dragon scales will drop in the chest. So when you kill the black dragon scales, blue dragon scales. And once you've accumulated enough scales, 20, then you can turn them in at one of the vendors here in this area. There's a few of them around. Apparently they don't just appear. Oh, that's the Encore Master. They're around here. I guess they don't appear on the mini-map. But they can give some really cool stuff. Really cool armor. Black Scalesmith. So, Dragonhide armor, light, medium, heavy. Just give you an idea of what some of that stuff looks like. I've gotten some of them for some of my other characters. It's really nice. My main character is wearing the armor that's made with white dragon scales right now, and he's worn that since level 14. He's level 18 right now and still using it. It's really nice armor. So, yeah. That's most of Gianthold between the last episode I did and this one. Once you talk to Craig, where did he go? He's over here somewhere. He wanders around, so you gotta find him. He'll sometimes move when you're trying to talk to him. Saibdini. I realize I'm pronouncing that wrong. That completes that. She gives you an interesting selection to choose from. Stuff. This isn't my normal server. I might actually want one of these. I'm not going to pick one right now. If I can go and claim that later. But over here I have all except one. And just to give you an idea of how sagas work. So let me list quests, so I still need the Crucible. Give me the details of the next quest in the saga. So, if I was a VIP, I could skip it for free. I'm not VIP, so I can't do that. But I have some shards. I'm willing to do this. So I'm going to donate shards to skip for elite completion. Now it's only going to do the one that's listed here. So if you've got more than one quest to complete, note that it's only going to do this one. So if you want to skip a specific one, make sure that it's showing that. It's going to cost 5 shards to do it. It's going to give you an elite completion, which affects the reward that you get for the saga. I'm going to do this. I'll spend the 5 shards. I'm now flagged for the saga. I could go back and redo one of these and bump it from a normal to a hard, because they're different points. I'm not going to bother with it, because I want to show claim the current reward. Once I do this, I can't go back to upgrade. There's the options. I can take experience, I can take a tome. Now because I'm on the lowest tier, it's only giving me one tome option. It's giving me 16,000. It could be more if you've completed on hard, if you completed on elite or true elitist. It does give bigger reward options. I just wanted to show you what this looks like if you complete a saga. And Guild Renown. I really like the Guild Renown. And you don't have to take it right now. I can close out. If there happens to be a Guild Renown weekend that there's a boost for that and I wanted to come back later and pick that up, I could. I might do that. Or I can level my character right now. I can do this. I can go... I now have the next... That gave me enough experience, I can go level 14. So the next time I stream with this character, next time I play, I will be level 14. The other thing that I can do, if I so choose, is I can talk to him again right away. Tell me what needs to be done. I've just flagged that quest, that saga again, to be able to do it again. So anytime I do those quests again, if I choose to, they'll go into that saga, and I can get a reward for that saga again by doing that list of quests. And that's how that works. So that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love Giant Hold. It is paid content, but there's heroic and there is elite. Or sorry, epic, not elite, epic. So there's both. So it's one of my favorites. I thoroughly enjoy it, both heroic and epic. The saga's on epic as well as the heroic. Yeah. And now you've seen most of it. Like I said, I did skip Crucible, and I didn't do the raid, but I'm sure there are some YouTube videos out there where you can go and take a look at that. But I'm going to sign off for tonight, and thank you for those who joined, and hello to everyone who didn't talk in chat. Thanks for coming and saying hello. I will throw it up on the YouTube channel for those who missed the earlier portion and may want to take a look at it. Anyways, it's the holiday season. There probably won't be a show next weekend because it's Christmas Eve. It's possible I'll see you in the new year because the following weekend is New Year's Eve, so it may be a few weeks. Anyways, if you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays, and have a happy new year. Take care. This is Shikaijo signing off.